Almost. All right, we are officially live. Welcome back, me, I should say. What is today? It's almost been like a fucking week. I feel like it has been. Where we stopped playing? Like Wednesday, and it's Wednesday. But at least we're here. How's it going? Hey, Co. All right, I have been able to play Dungeonborne a little bit. Is this new hours or is this all? Plane has played some Dungeonborne, I see. Can I message you?
So, dude.
What's up, indeed? You a Dark and Darker or Dungeonborne fan? How's it going, Flawless? Hang on, I gotta send this message. Thank you for the likes. Cool. Feel like a lot has changed. All right. Does it say how many hours I have? 8? So obviously, there's no way I've played this game for 8 hours. I mean that isn't like it's too many. I feel like I just fired the game up, made some names, played like a round or two, and then stopped. However, we have not played a lot. That's weird. All right, well, let's launch it. Let's do that first. I'm over here fucking chit-chatting on the side. Okay, so our goal, play Rogue. Ever since the game came out, I do not remember, or I haven't really played, so I don't know what has changed.
You old enough to know the game Road Rash?
I definitely am. I loved it just for its little cutscenes. I could have swore recently there was a game that came out. They didn't call it Road Rash, but you could tell that it was Road Rash. I just can't remember the name of it. It's like Road Rage or some shit. Road Redemption. There you go. That is the game I was thinking about. I saw that. I put it on my list of things. My little wish list. See, Rod, how's it going?
Played it last night. It's great.
I'll give it a go then. Do they have cutscenes too? Or is it just like the gameplay of Road Rash is the word I'm looking for. The cutscenes that you get for getting pulled over or dying, that shit I really enjoyed. Hopefully they still have that. All right. For some reason I was being told that someone was trying to play Dungeonborne and they were asking them for a credit card, which is odd. Considering the game should be free, right? It was free when I downloaded it. Free for the first week. Server maintenance. What the fuck is today? That is not today. Cool. Fuck it. I don't really... It's not like I played anyways, so I don't... Why I need to read fucking patch notes. The fact that they made this game free is by far the best decision they could ever make. Alright. We're going to go Rogue for now. And then, at least today we're playing nothing but Rogue. That's for a fact. We'll start. I want to try to get into the harder dungeon. Like classic. However, I think I need to get more.
When you steal
heirlooms.
a game, you've got to go FTP.
When you steal a game. Free to play is by far my favorite. I love, if there's two things I love, demos and free to play games. Sly the Mime, how's it going? Someone else came in. Volky, how's it going? So I was actually reading a Reddit post. That in itself already knows that I'm going to be pissed. Mark, how's it going? And these people were in there talking about how there's an article.
Yeah, I do any demos I can.
There was an article saying that like 83% of people who played free-to-play games ended up spending money. And these people, or it had to be 82.
I just started playing DK.
I just started playing since this came out, but I've played the playtest. I haven't really been able to play Dungeonborne itself since it like officially came out. What the hell, dude? TikTok always crying, dude. All right. Now that we got that fixed. So on this article, it said that 82% of people spent money in free to play. And this is on Reddit. And people in the comment section were like proud to be a part of the, thank you so much for the follow there, Marcus.
Take some pictures.
They're like so proud to be a part of the 18%. And they're pretty much just sitting there talking about how bad free to play is. I'm like, who the fuck are these people? I was like, dude, I am the most frugal person I've ever met in my entire life. Even I spend money on free-to-play games. Free-to-play doesn't mean that the game's fucking bad.
My only problem with Dungeonborne is that it's exactly the same as Dark and Darker.
It is, for a fact, Dark and Darker. However, I do like it more. At one point in time, I used to say that I like Dungeonborne in every way better than Dark and Darker. But after playing Dark and Darker a little bit, I might have to pull that back. But I'm still a Dungeonborne fanboy. So in the comments, they were just complaining about how free to play sucks, and I'm like, just because it's free to play doesn't mean that it's bad. Free to play is the best. You get to play a game and then choose whether or not you like it, and then you give the dev money if you do. And not only that, but people who can't afford to play games can play free to play games with no obligation to actually spend money. So these people are like on their high horse talking about how they're part of the 18%. I was like, no wonder nobody makes fucking games for you. You don't spend any money. These are the same people that are in other Reddits who are like, they don't make good games anymore. It's like, no, you don't spend any fucking money. Why would they make a game for you? Thank you for the likes. Moistly opinion. We're back on that. Glad to have you here again here. Angle? I'm stupid. Trevor, how's it going? Like I said, it has been a week since I've been here. Sucks. I do see that Dungeonborne has like the same amount. What's up, bro? What's up, bro? Indeed. I see that Dungeonborne has the same amount of people playing as Dark and Darker. However, Dungeonborne has just came out. So, it is a new game. It is free. If you like Dark and Darker, it is just like that. Who gives a shit about milestones, dude? I'll read this shit later. I ain't got time.
Maybe on Steam.
That's what well, every time I look, I see... Okay, anytime I say that, you do bring up a good fucking point. I only look at Steam charts. So they're the same on Steam. I forgot that people could play it from their launcher. However, but with that being said, we do got to remember that Dark and Darker has been out a while since they like did a wipe. So... we'll see how it goes. So far, Dungeonborne's doing better than I want it to do well, but it's doing better than I actually anticipated it doing. Probably because it's free. That has something to do with it. We'll see where the longevity of Dungeonborne goes.
Look up how many players on Blacksmith.
Blacksmith? What is that? That's a demo, I would assume, right? I feel like I have the demo for that. Blacksmith. Take a look. This one? This is the one I was thinking about. When you said Blacksmith, the first thing that came to mind is this demo shit. Oh, that's their launcher. I don't know how to do... I only do it through Steam. I don't really look at that. Do anything else. Now I understand.
No, Blacksmith is D&D launcher. That's what I use to play.
I don't really know how to go about looking how... you get that kind of information from their launcher.
Is it on all consoles?
Dungeonborne is only on PC at the moment. That's a 99% sure. We'll leave a 1% just in case I'm incorrect. Purple Monster, how's it going? But I will say what I liked about Dark and Darker is the fact that the game's been out for a while on Steam. Since wipe, you know what they say? And when I went back to play it, I didn't feel like I was late to the party. And I think that has to do with their levels. They're 0 to 24, 25
DM
to
constantly has
124.
bad patches, and even I quit playing during those cause they flip-flop a lot.
But that's what I would say, that since they have those levels, that when you go and play as a new player, it doesn't feel like you're like behind. Because you can go in there and place people that are actually at your gear score. Where this game, I'm not for sure if they have gear scores. The part of me feels like if you go into one of these matches, you might just face somebody who's going to beat the living shit out of you. Valid. How's it going? So we'll see. I'm a Dungeonborne ride or dyer, but I want it to do well. Hopefully it stays in my good graces. However, like I said, I'm not a part of any camp. I will turn on Dungeonborne quickly if fucking Dark and Darker gets better. However, we are a Dungeonborner at the moment. Ride or die type of scenario. Where are we at here? Let's start off with Classic. Let's get used to what the hell's going on here. I did see that they have new abilities now. Like these. I haven't used any of these or know what they do. John, how's it going? This is like the Mithril. There's probably... I'm hoping there's not a bunch of Mithril people running around. Those fucking bitch players. Shoot 6 and daggers. I might have to like change these around just to see if I like them. I'm a petrified type of person though. Immediate inner stealth for 6 seconds. It actually doesn't sound bad, right?
Is that the Dark and Darker clone?
That it is. It be Dungeonborne. Do we want 15?
This game just isn't old enough to have meta classes and builds.
That's like the other thing about it too, is if they don't have levels, which I don't think they do, like levels to meet with gear score, it's actually a good idea because they don't know how many people are going to play the game, and making levels like that is good when people are playing it. It is a bad idea when no one's playing it. Jeff, how's it going? I played Dungeonborne, the out beta test before it officially came out. I put in a lot of time for just being 1 week. Samuel, thank you so much for the like. Greetings indeed. Cannibal, I love it. But I put a lot of hours into it for the week that it played. I loved it. At that moment in time, I was fucking Dungeonborne dick sucker #1. And I was like, fuck Dark and Darker. But then I went back to play Dark and Darker. I still love Dungeonborne more, but Dark and Darker is not as shitty as I once tried to make it out to be. It's got a little few things about it that I don't mind. However, overall,
What's the difference between the two?
I would like to say that Dungeonborne is like Dark and Darker 2.0-ish. I used to say that without any quotations. So it's like, to me, it just looks better. It flows better. Dark and Darker, I would say, is harder just because it runs clunky as shit. And so, like, when you attack, you can't really move away, and here you can.
There's a lot of things BPL don't even realize they need to learn in D&D, like in their stats.
I find
PvP Tarkovs.
I find Dungeonborne to be way easier to just comprehend. All in general. It's just easier. Like, when you go into the game, you know what the fuck's going on. For the most part. And it doesn't take long to realize what the hell's going on. It's more, I would say, arcadey in the fact that you're really like fighting fucking people.
That's how D&D was during the playtest.
Yeah, so you're really like, especially if you go into, let me back out. If you go into classic mode, which adds the circle and makes the game way harder, you are not getting out of that motherfucker without fighting somebody. Scythe,
It takes
bang,
like 5 hours to know what's happening in D&D.
I'm telling you, when I played D&D, when I was playing it before this came out, it's probably because I was streaming too, so I wasn't really paying attention. I'm going to tell you, I didn't learn much of anything. But I was like 80% focused on streaming, 20% focused on playing the game. So it would take me a lot longer to realize what the hell was going on. That I did realize though, Rogue is easy as shit to play in this game. It is extremely fucking difficult to play in Dark and Darker. B, how's it going? All right, let's fire this shit up.
You should play a match of D&D with me. I don't have anyone to run with often.
I will not be playing Dark and Darker today. Probably won't be playing it tomorrow either, considering I just started. Today will be day number 1 of playing.
My biggest petty with D&D is when people pick a slow character and say the game is slow.
I'm telling you, in D&D, considering they say that the best thing to get in that game is movement speed, that does let you know that the game, your characters are slow as shit. I did when I was watching someone play, so I like Ranger the best in D&D for ranged. However, I was watching other people play and I realized that like there's other people you can use a bow with. All right, hang on. They never fixed that, by the way. My W still has that shit. Am I on long or short? Someone starts near me. Hang on.
They have nerfed Rogue almost into the ground cause Rogue constantly breaks the game.
We're talking about D&D, dude. That shit was so fucking difficult. Where is this guy?
How much dollar do you have?
Dollar?
Fighter does more DPSW a bow than Ranger. Why is it never Thursday when I see your stream?
Do you want it to be Thursday when you see my stream?
You should have tried Rogue before the recent wipe.
Or, I'm guessing we're talking about not Dark and Dark. Yes, Dark and Dark. Now I'm fucking getting confused about what I'm playing. How much gold do I have? Probably like 5k or something. I just really started playing this like legitimately right now. Isn't there supposed to be someone who starts over here? I guess they could have changed.
I'm a pyro main on this game.
I know in playtest. Well, in playtest.
Dark and Darker looks different here.
In the playtest,
oh my God,
I hated
this is the
Mithril.
Ruins map. What voice command software are you using?
It's a TTS. This dude won't die. It's a TTS that is connected to the TikTok API. So anytime something said, it's run through TikTok. However, it only works like so long until I break it. Which usually by the end of the day, I can't do it. That's why when I was playing Dark and Darker, I was trying to ask people what the hell happened to that map. I'm assuming no one liked it. If they got rid of it, it's like I'm crying about it.
I miss Ruins too.
How's it going, Jace?
Hey, you can lock your inventory BTW so people can't see in.
Dude, I saw that too. I was like, that's bitch made stuff. I ain't doing that.
Swordmaster is the best class.
I was hoping that we'd get rid of that shit.
Ruins is the best map.
The fact you can't see somebody's shit, I'm like, come on now.
They got rid of it because rogues and rangers were up using the walls.
Someone's in there. I think I can hear them.
The end is better feel, polish, but I like the variety. Skills more in Dungeonborne.
I actually feel like D&D runs like shit, and that Dungeonborne is more polished. But like I said,
Swordmaster, DK, Fighter are top 3 ATN.
I do know when I was playing the playtest that Swordmaster seemed like it was legitimately the best. In a PvE
I was
scenario.
always a rogue main till the nerfs and druid dropped.
That's not what I meant.
It needs more realistic gore.
In the playtest,
I feel like Dungeonborne PvP is great.
And like PvP in the... Where is this person? They must have shut the door behind them. In the PvE... No, I forgot to unplug my goddamn mouse. Uh-oh. This is gonna be a little difficult. I just realized that I forgot to unplug my shit. This ain't good. Fuck!
This isn't clunky.
The second I got into that fight and started hitting, I realized that my mouse was plugged in. I was like, this is going to be difficult. I can only turn so much before that shit got like fucked up. All right, can I change something? My frames are not running at perfect. Let's see here. But that has to do with streaming. Can we turn this shit low, maybe? Frames are running like shit. Actually, I have 10K. Who would have thought? If I remember how this game works correctly, all you want to do is take items, break that shit down, and turn it into heirlooms. So that's the goal. All right. The first one always gets me jittery, so we can get that shit out the way. Oh. How's it going, Mike? I do like Dungeonborne because I feel like the PvP you get into it. Cannibal, thank you so much for
take some pictures.
The follow. For some reason, at first I was reading like as it was saying follow. I like Dungeonborne because when you get in a fight, one, people want to fight you, and two, like, I feel like I can, like, I'm not sitting here fucking chasing somebody. I can actually get close. I'll show you this shit. I don't know why it is set up this way. It's only for my game. I've looked at other people's. My move is connected to taking out my torch. I don't know if it's because I played the playtest or what. But I think that has something to do with it. All right.
I can't ever go live.
Like streaming wise, I'm guessing. When it comes to it, there's some games that I try to like. Chris, how's it going? Almost sounds like one person, but it's two. There's some games I can't. I remember like I tried to play Call of Duty once, and that shit never worked. But I did see that on Game Pass, Call of Duty, the third one's on it, and I'm telling you, for the like, I thought that was an actual person. Someone can start it up there, by the way. How to go live on like TikTok? TikTok requires you to have 3,000
If your frames
views,
are that bad,
or maybe
lower
1,000.
the resolution. As terrible as that sounds, it should fix it.
But put everything to low. We'll see how that goes for now. That usually does the trick. If it doesn't, then I'll change it even more. It's not like people watching the stream can see fucking over 1080 anyways. Probably even be worse than that. Bored. I was going to say bored alcoholic, and I was like, I feel you that. Well, Cannibal, thank you for showing up. Always appreciate it. The fuck was I talking about? Jacob, welcome. I was talking about Call of Duty being on Game Pass now. I waited. So I've been waiting for the longest time for a Call of Duty game to go on sale for maybe like 11 or 12 years. So, because I like the campaigns of Call of Duty. I've been waiting like 12 years for it to go on sale. It never goes on sale. That shit never drops below $30. But then Blizzard acquired...
Bro, why does this game look like Dark and Darker?
Because it's literally Dark and Darker. Just think of Dark and Darker and they slap some
I
paint on
can't
it.
support Activision or Blizzard anymore.
But they acquired Activision, right? And Blizzard. And I was like, dude, that means they're going to put it on Game Pass. I saw today that they finally put Modern Warfare 3 on Game Pass. I was like, after 12 years of being extremely frugal.
Loki, this game has better effects, though.
Oh, that's what. So the other thing about this game is that every person I've played Dark and Darker with who's played this game likes it. Even Dowko hates fucking Dark and Darker,
is slower
and he likes this
gameplay
game.
and honestly more difficult to survive. DB's more fluid combat.
I would definitely say Dark and Darker is fucking difficult. I haven't played the high roller version of this yet. But I do know that when you play this game with actual partners, the AI gets fucking super easy. Because on this game, I believe the AI, once they like lock on, they're locked on. Like they ain't switching. So you can use your teammates to easily like dodge shit. Thank you for the likes, by the way. Really appreciate it. I thought they fixed that. They didn't fix it. I could
They
have
switch
swore.
aggro. Most DPS takes aggro.
From my understanding, that in Dark and Darker, if you try to hit something when someone else aggroed it, it'll turn on you. On this game, I feel like the little bit that I did play with somebody, that they never turned around. Like, you just fucking hit them nonstop. So what do you dislike about Blizzard there? Probably them filling up on sexual assault, which reminds me that I saw that Mr. Beast's friend is now on the list.
I just hate their devs and their games.
Is now on the list for like grooming.
I got excited, thinking this was the outdoor map on Dark.
It definitely is not.
Relax. I just want to take
The
some
outdoor
pictures.
map.
Loving Dungeonborne so much, it's everything it advertised. Hope the best for Mithril.
Dude, I'm telling you, the fact that they made the game free is fucking amazing. I tell you, I don't spend money on anything. I was the one that put like $25, maybe $30 in this game. And the second they said it was free, I was like, fucking greatest game ever. This game is the best. I did give them, since I put like 60 hours into playing this game on the playtest, I did give them $10. I felt like I owed them money. Even though most of the shit I didn't want to even have, like pay for.
No good games since Diablo to Diablo for now is what it should have been at launch.
There, I saw that PoE's has a
I was willing to put up
update.
30 for it, went free, spent 10 on cosmetics damn near instantly.
Same here. Even when I looked at their cosmetics, the only one I wanted was the potion one. But I was like, I pretty much owe them $10. But the PoE is supposed to be coming up with an update that PoE people seem to be super excited about. At this point, if I just get into a fight, shit happens and hopefully I win. Same, got the auction pass, and I wonder how the auction stuff goes. Because if it's anything like the playtest, I never actually sold anything. Like, I guess I did, Martin, how's it going? The first like day or two I sold stuff, but then after that, I didn't see the point in selling stuff. But I guess if you got an auction pass,
Single player.
you can sell items without having to reroll, don't you? Grizzly, how's it going? I am playing by myself. This is a PvPvE.
You just have to be smart with the pricing. It's worth it for the higher tier stuff.
But that's like shit that you just find that doesn't actually have any like stats on it. Like the, and when I mean stats, I mean like the special ones.
Do you like this game?
I love this game. Like, you know how they have Midas Touch? Like that. Like those stats. Anything that's not that, I sell that shit. I don't. How's it going, Sancho? Thanks for coming back. I do like this game. But usually everything I just sell, or I break the shit down for heirloom.
The set bonus like Midas.
Yes, see that is something that the auction house I could see being really good for. Did I not bring health?
I noticed that about V2. You can cheese by holding aggro and letting your DPS duo crush in. Of course, I have played few times, can't get into it.
Do you like Dark and Darker? I always just want to know how people feel when it comes to this game and Dark and Darker. I really wanted to know how Dalco felt, considering he fucking hates Dark and Darker. I don't know if I could say that he loves this game, but he definitely likes it a lot more than he ever did Dark and Darker. We might have gone past. Yeah, I'm definitely a Dungeonborne.
I very much prefer Dark and Darker's directional blocking and attack dragging.
I definitely, like I said, this game's definitely like easier to play. Dude, who like, cause in Dark and Darker, you actually have to like block, like you have to look up. In this game, I believe,
There's
as
just
long as
no
you're
sweats
blocking
in this
forward,
game yet.
that's a good thing. I fucking hope it stays that way. Try to keep them to the dark and darker side. I thought, considering it's been a week since this game came out, I was like, dude, all the tips and trick videos are probably out. I'm going to come into this fucking lobby with nothing but sweats. Considering,
hitting a longsword riposte is chef's kiss.
Hitting a longsword riposte. That's, so far, I've only, well, as you can tell, I've only played Rogue. Since the updates. I did see that longsword, like the spin, the big, like the actual two-handed weapon does more damage. No! You fucking bitch, dude. I took my hands off the keyboard. And I forgot fucking health! Okay, we're fine. But I definitely thought that there was going to be like a shit ton of sweats in here. Because usually a game is only fun for like the first like 3 weeks maybe. By week 3, everybody's made like a YouTube video and done watched what the fucking meta is, and then they can't play outside that meta realm. For some odd reason. So we still got like 2 weeks in us, I think. Before usually, that's like, cause when I was playing, what was the last game I was playing? The finals? That game was a lot of fun. And then you got past week 3 and everybody realized how to play it. And then I was like, yeah, fuck this game.
I can't say it enough. Just like D&D, this game will have to make changes eventually.
But I can't say it enough either. I am a Dungeonborne fan. I'm dead. In this game, you can actually dodge people. Let's try to remember to bring health. That's a start in the right direction. Is there a person selling gold? How do they even private message?
Is this PvP?
It is PvPvE. So there are people. Drew, how's it going? However, Wise Cleric, how's it going, by the way? In the usual casual mode, they don't have the circle. Thorn Baby, how's it going? So most people are a little pussified and will try to go out of their way from fighting people. However, once you get into classic and they have the circle, there ain't no getting out of this motherfucker without killing somebody. That is for sure. But I think I'm just going to do Rogue today.
Just
maybe
try
every day
Cryomancer for the first time today. The snowstorm and lightning combo goes hard.
That's how I want to, like, I think every day I'm going to switch. I have to drop, this is what I'm talking, this is the reason why I didn't care about getting a torch skin, because I have to drop the shit anyways. Every day I think I'm going to just change who I'm playing, just to see which one I like the most. During the playtest, Rogue is by far the one I had the most fun with. I don't think, the two people I didn't really play Pyro, and I didn't really play Swordmaster. I played Pyro more than I did Swordmaster, but I ain't saying much. Alright, let's try to bait a little bit, and then get behind. For anyone who doesn't know, if you get behind them, you do a double crit.
Which do you like better, this or dark and darker?
I am a Dungeonborner. I like it
so
just
I
because it feels more
won't
arcade.
leave dark and darker. I like the vibe a lot better, but curious what you like better.
I'm definitely a Dungeonborner myself. When I was playing the playtest, I thought I really hated Dark and Darker. I went back and played it. I do not dislike it as much as I made myself out to believe I did. When I first played Dungeonborne, not the last play of this, but one before that, I went back and played a game of Dark and Darker, and I was like, fuck this game.
I'm hooked to dark and darker.
But since I went back and played it, because I was like, I got to make sure I really actually don't like this game. So I went back and played it once the playtest for this was over. I don't dislike it as much as I mentally told myself I did. However, I do like this game more.
The seasonal prizes of Dark and Darker are awesome. More games need that feature.
I don't even know about the seasonal thing. I just know... Pago, how's it going? I just know that I bought the game and I didn't know you could buy shit outside of that. For Dark and Darker, that is. I haven't really played this game with other people. So I can't wait to see how that goes. However, I will say for solos, the shit is a lot
You
of
can
fun.
unlock things that are account bound and display how much you have progressed.
Gotcha. Glenn, how's it going? But the newlywed phase of Dungeonborne is now over, so we'll see what I truly think of it. Because I want to know what happens once you... Because I believe that the goal in the game is that you just salvage a bunch of shit.
Like I just finished all goblin merchant tasks and
Bing
got
bong.
a goblin
Hey,
dance
it's
emote
Trek.
that
The
I'll always
beginning of
have.
the end of Jank.
That's dope. That they don't get rid of it. I wish in Tarkov they had something that when you did... How's it going, Tyler? In Tarkov that they had something like that you could like get and then they'd let you keep it. That's actually a cool feature. What the fuck was I going about? Anyways, in this game, I believe that you're just supposed to salvage the shit out of everything and then get heirlooms. I want to see what happens once you like max out your heirlooms and shit. Like how much playability is there in this game once that happens? That's the one thing I'm like maybe at fault for Dungeonborne. However, I have to play it more. It hasn't been out long enough and I definitely haven't played it long enough.
Star Citizen, the only other game I've played that really has that too. I guess Sea of Thieves too.
Every time I hear about Star Citizen, people usually just say it's trash, so I've never played it myself. And I think anytime I've seen someone try to play it, it's crashed. I have to kill this guy before that dude. Wait, okay, I can definitely get this guy.
Dang, I didn't even know that. How long did it take you to complete all quests at Hako?
Let me try killing this fuck. This is the dude out of the elites. I find this dude the hardest just because he has his random ass attack pattern. You never truly know when he's going to stop attacking. I'm hoping that once I find some people to play with in this game, I can try to go for like the bosses.
Not long cause they released the tasks over time.
Fuck me. I never even took my crit. To me, or does that bottle not look like the skin they had? Alright, we need to stop attacking for so long. It's weird that I haven't been jumped. Is it me or does it look like someone's opened some shit up? I'm surprised more people haven't attacked me while I was down. It seems that being
Gotcha.
lower elevation is like...
I just like being able to play all the characters and not locked to one character slot like in D&D.
Oh yeah, with the free. I saw that they had some shots fired. They were talking some shit about Dark and Darker because of that. Where they like said that their game's truly free. I was like, damn. See, this is what I'm talking about. I'm like, shots fired. You're fucking kidding me. I thought he maxed out. Motherfucker, dude. I thought he maxed out once he did the spin. That's what I fucking know. That's why fighting this dude is dangerous as shit.
You gotta understand what Iron Mace has been through just to get the game on Steam, though.
And then while they're in court, people come out and just start cloning it. Sucks to suck. Like I say, I hold no allegiance to anybody.
Solo Rogue has been tough. Lol, how you liking it?
This is... I was about to say this is my first game. This is what, our third? I haven't really played it much. Outside of the playtest. I haven't played it since it was officially released. We'll see how it goes. So far, I've gotten one fight, and I forgot to unplug my mouse, and so we lost. However, I felt like I still could have won. I felt like I was beating the shit out of the
Played
guy.
both, but D&D is better, especially in the combat department. The maps are pretty cool on this. So this is not dark and darker.
Fuck.
Was that a player in that fight?
I dislike, when it comes to D&D's combat, I fucking dislike it with a passion.
I like this combat more, DBH.
But I feel like if you're... We got ourselves a problem. Hang on.
Dian's combat is better, no contest. More arcade-like.
Fuck! I changed my buttons for my spells, and then I started panicking after that. D&D's combat is better. Anybody that I've ever hung out with, D&D combat is garbage. This shit is like clunky. I feel like if you play Dark and Darker for like hours on end, I could probably see where fighting in that game would be more fun.
What game is this?
This is Dungeonborne. All right. It also didn't help that I missed my hold attack. Scoob, how's it going? This is definitely more
This combat
arcadey
is
when it
way
comes to
more
fighting.
fluid, IMO. Real blocky on D&D, I feel.
I'm in the same boat with you there, Codin. Doc Holiday, how's it going? I feel like if you put a lot of hours into Dark and Darker, I could see where combat in that would be like harder and probably more fun because you figure out how it flows. But you would have to put a lot of hours into it. So I'm saying if like you get two people and you throw those people into playing Dark and Darker and Dungeonborne at the same time.
This is a more casual D&D lull.
Dungeonborne people are just gonna have
D&D
more
has
fun.
a few hit register problems on certain weapons, but it's super smooth with most. Feels more rewarding on D-end. Dungeonborne, I feel like, is more funner.
I am with you all the way there, Jacob. But like I said, I used to hate on Dark and Darker fully, and then I went back and replayed it. I don't fully hate it, but I'm definitely a Dungeonborner.
This game, all people have to do is press W and hold left.
And block. If you're good at blocking, you got it. Blocking is definitely a key strat to winning. In Dark and Darker, all you have to do is turn around and run in an opposite direction. Especially if you're a fucking
Lol, not
druid.
druids. Druids take skill to use.
Druid in Dark and Darker druids, you just like go through doors. Call
Before
it a
the
day.
FTP on Steam, there were no casuals. That's why PPL didn't get a warm welcome on D&D. I play Priest and the experience is much better on Dungeon. I feel like this is the more casual Dark and Darker.
It is definitely a casual Dark and Darker. I feel like anybody who didn't like Dark and Darker will probably like Dungeonborne. I don't have time to be a sweaty fuck, so Dungeonborne is more up my alley. I feel like if you like to put a lot of hours into something, though, you'll probably will have fun playing Dark and Darker. I didn't play Priest during the playtest. I tried to heal somebody once, and that shit felt like it didn't heal at all. So I don't know if they've like updated that to be better, but I feel like it didn't heal shit during the playtest. I also don't play with other people, so I didn't really get much of a chance to test it out. I'm gonna fucking die down there. I do have to do my best of not losing track of people when I'm up close to them fighting. I also, like in Dark and Darker when I fight, it's like sometimes some like fucking people, you just can't dodge their attacks. I probably see a lot of people like cheesing the shit out of things. I thought that was a person. Okay, that was a dangerous fucking place. Like some like PvEs, you try to like kill and dodge, but you're just never gonna get out of there. Like it's something you have to put like a lot of hours into just to learn how to dodge like PvE. Where people who don't have a lot of time, it's like I ain't got it. I'd much rather Dungeonborne this shit. I know I like the fact that it's easy to figure out what the hell is going on. Like I'm like, okay, I can read and be like, I know exactly what attributes that I'm trying to go for. I want the one where I go into stealth, and then the one where I poison people when I come out of stealth. D&D didn't have a mark. I feel like a lot of people played Dark and Darker once they found out about it. Considering it was the first of this kind, but that could just be me. I do watch too much Twitch. I thought back when I thought Dungeonborne was going to cost something. I thought many people were not going to play it just because they played Dark and Darker, and they're like, this is mostly just a clone. But since it's free, that was the smartest thing they could have done. Anybody know how to Steam app, or I'm guessing this game? I personally do not know myself there, John. Because each NPC has unique patterns and is differently harder than... That's what... The one thing is that PvE in casual, at least, is easy. Beyond easy. When you're a rogue, PvE is just fucking easy in general. Especially when you start, like, going invisible every time you kill something. The shit becomes super easy. And like I said, I'm sure in this game that once something locks onto you, if you're playing with somebody, it doesn't un-aggro you. So your teammates can just keep stabbing it in the back. I guess we'll take that. Play our games. If this was not an exact clone, I'd play it. I like, it's definitely an exact clone. They take everything D&D does. But the fact that it runs, like it looks better and runs smoother, in my opinion, I actually like it a lot more. I don't care that they like stole everything there is to steal about Dark and Darker. Now, if they stole everything and it was still trash, then I'd be like, you know, fuck these people. I actually think it does a lot of things better than Dark and Darker does. And it's also the reason why I think Dalco, who fucking hates Dark and Darker, actually likes this game. I think it's basically has to do with the combat and people not running. I don't run into a lot of people in this game where I feel like I can't catch them to save my life. That and most of the people I run into feel like they want to fight me. Bing, how's it going? John, Raw, Luke. Welcome, welcome, welcome. It is the exact clone except slower, honestly. Map's too big. That's why Dad is better. I actually feel like the maps in here are way smaller than Dark and Darker. If I'm thinking... Yeah, because the thing is, in Dark and Darker, especially when I just started playing it again, like, I would never get into fights going in solo. The only time I ever got into fights is if I duoed with somebody from stream or even trios. Outside of that, like, nobody would fight me. They would all just run away. That's the reason why I don't like the whole not having a zone thing. Because then people just hide most of the time. I like the zone because it like fucking makes people fight one another. And that's where like the real intenseness of the game cooks. Where you're like, I'm going to have to fight somebody or I'm going to lose my shit. Just because they're full of a lot of empty space from what I'm seeing. Once we can start playing Zone, the shit will be a lot more fun. Scoob, yes, the game is free. Dungeonborne is free. This is. Just sit in the middle and invisible. I hate fucking people who just hide, but it is what it is. Zone main rows just sit. That's why I'm saying, like, once you get PvE, I've never played the harder map on anything outside of a rogue. And I know for a fact that PvE for rogue is like extremely easy. However, I do feel like in a fight when I'm a rogue, if I don't land petrify, I'm pretty much dead if I'm not fighting a rogue in myself. Oh, you're saying in D&D the zones cause the rogues to just stand still. I still fucking hate it though. I like these games for getting into fights. So this, when they took that shit out and people pretty much were just like camping, like looting and then camping to not get into fights, I was like, yeah, I ain't about this. I'm a fan for the zone. Does Dark and Darker have zones at all? Now that I think about it. I think they just got rid of that shit altogether, didn't they? This thing right here fucking bothers me so much. I wish I had something to shoot it. Okay, thank God. Dude, I'm telling you, when I was a rogue and I soloed in Dark and Darker, that shit is so difficult compared to this game. It's so fucking hard. So there is no more circles anymore. That's why, like here, like this classic mode doesn't have a circle. I'm not liking this. I need a fight. I need someone. I need that feeling like someone's about to steal my shit. I'm a zone lover. I feel like the zone is what adds the fun to the game. Because if there is no zone, then you can pretty much just loot and then I fucking threw those pants when From the little bit that I played after the playtest of Dark and Darker, most people just fucking hide and try not to get into fights. I couldn't find anybody until I started playing duos or trios. If you get Discord, I'll show you how much PvP Dark and Darker has. I can't go around without. Like I said, once you start getting duos and trios, you start fighting people all the time. Anytime I play solo, motherfuckers be hiding all over the place. Spawn rush. Rogue is like the easiest to kill mobs, and dad moving speed is key. Dude, I'm telling you, well, when I was doing double dagger as rogue, that shit felt impossible. Once I started using a different offhand weapon, I was like, okay, this is more doable. But that shit be killing me all the fucking time. Even in solos, I'm telling you, dude. I played like 5 games back to back, didn't run into anybody. But this shit, equally. Without the circle. What the fuck is that? Good thing I heard that shit. And since I'm more talking in the game than actually playing it, however, I still don't think we would really run into people. Without the circle. Where the fuck did that guy come from? Alright, now we got that shit out the way. I bet real money that you would run into players. You could bet me all the real money you want. I played the game 5 times in a row and I didn't run into anybody. You don't have to bet me. I know. It became a lot more fun though when I was playing with actual people. Then it like actually started popping off. What comment that be? Is this better than Dark and Darker? How's it going, Jake, Andrew? I feel like it's split. Some people like this, some people like Dark and Darker. It matters. If you like a more arcadey feel, I think you're more of a Dungeonborne player. Like myself. Or Dalco. We have to get a certain gear score in order to be let into High Roller. How's it going there, Dalco? Gotta push Cave Troll in the center of the map for PvP. The one problem is that you don't know that when you're first playing the game until you've played it a little bit. But that in itself, this game is like one of those games where you don't really need to know much of anything. It's pretty easy to just understand. And also, I see Summit play the game a lot. That motherfucker always goes to the troll cave. It seems he never wants to go anywhere else. Maybe because I was playing maps that weren't Troll Cave. Maybe that's the reason why I wasn't running into people. I still feel like people should be running into each other, even if you're outside of a ballroom. At some point in time, you gotta randomly run into each other. Played solos just for a little bit, then PvP and duos and trios. Once I started, I'm telling you, in Dark and Darker, once I started playing with people, that shit became way more fun. Get 2 or 3 teams a match. Goblin Cave is PvP straight up. That's what I keep seeing. Because as I was playing Dark and Darker, I was watching Summit play. And the whole time he was playing, it seemed that he only went to like one that had the Cyclops and the Troll. I like this not paying attention part. This is where I'm like, if this is circle map, dude, I would have had to fight somebody by now. It's weird that not one person has heard me. I mean, obviously I can't hear them. I'm talking too fucking much. Especially being lower. There's so many people that start above you that I don't understand. I don't know how the hell someone hasn't dropped on me. Thanks for all the likes, by the way. Nate, how's it going? Really appreciate it.
Relax.
Hey, thank you for the follow.
I just want to take some pictures.
Thank you there, Brandon. Appreciate it.
Relax.
Thank you for the follow.
I just
There,
want to take some
Luke.
pictures.
Thank you. I'll actually keep on it. Can you take those out of raid? I don't know if you can take that shit out of raid. I feel like in the playtest, multiple times I tried taking that shit out of raid, and I didn't have any. We're about to find out. Where the fuck is everybody? One person died. What about everybody else? I'm gonna get fucking stabbed in the back. Just like Dark and Darker, where I talk so much that I don't even know what the fuck I did. All right. Next match, we're looking. We're booking and looking. You on Twitch? No, I am on YouTube as well. Rack, how's it going? Would you like to duo after you playing already there, Delco? If you're playing, I'll play with you. I will not be getting on Discord though. The Druid King himself has arrived. All right, hang on. Let me. I can't fire up Discord because my shit be. Goblin, thank you. It seems that lowering our graphics has helped with frames. However, I haven't really fought anybody. So if I'm right about how this game works, if it's still the same, we want to dismantle pretty much everything we get our hands on, so that we can make heirlooms.
All good, I can hear you.
Sweet, good to know. I just read your little thing, Trek, about the beginning and the end of the jank. And Trek, there seems to be a lot of demos to be worth playing now, which is fucking crazy. Is PvP mandatory or optional? Can I play? Every game that you go into has actual people in it. Only the first map can you get away from fighting people. Anything outside of that, you're gonna have to fight people. Because the other maps are harder. The first map, I mean, the second map really doesn't have a circle, but the chances of you getting out of there without fighting somebody are pretty slim as well. Take that.
Damn, I prefer V.
PvE, it's fun. I'm more of a PvPer. I just like it for the fact that I suck at like killing people, and so me knowing that I have to fight somebody to get out with my loot really takes it up a fucking notch. I got like a couple demos added to the list now, Trent.
I need to take another demo check.
Let me. The list is. I mean, for the longest time there, nothing was being added to the list. The past 2 days, I've added some. I haven't really got to play them to see if they're not like complete dog shit, but They don't look like it. I guess that yesterday when I showed you that clicker game, I was like half tempted to play it, but I'm like, I know what I'm getting myself into. Just because it looks better doesn't mean it's not dog
That's
shit.
why I love Dad PvP is king. I'm gonna have to give this a try. Haven't played since one Spada.
It's a lot of fun. Like I also say, I don't know how the game's gonna work in the long run though. We will only know through time. That's one of the things where I question it a little bit. What happens in like 2 to 3 weeks? We'll see. The thing I just hated the most about Dad is the fact that chasing people just felt impossible. How's it going, Caitlin? Reem, how's it going? It felt It felt like if somebody ran away from me, I should just give up because I would never catch them. In this game, I have not really ran into anybody that I was like, I'm not gonna catch this person. Ethan, thanks for coming back.
Hello there.
Hello indeed. All right. I need to get
Is
a
this
crossbow.
on PS5?
That it is not. This is a PC only.
What class you play in Dad where you couldn't catch up?
Almost every class. I don't know. The only class. Well, that's the reason why I started playing Rangers, so I could actually.
Where is my
shoot
blurb?
somebody.
Ha hops.
Hey, where's your blurb? Critical was saying something about that earlier too.
How is Darko in this game?
He's actually good when it comes to the druid. I haven't seen him play anything outside of the druid. You would have thought he's the person who put 60 hours into this fucking shit. Like, I was sitting there watching him impressed. I was like, motherfucker.
So how are they allowed to copy and paste?
It has to do with the fact that Dark and
Rouge
Darker.
Ranger, Druid best for speed, and Dad can't keep up if they run you ain't one.
The thing is that Dark and Darker got most of their assets from the Unreal Store engine, so it's very easy for Dungeonborne to take those same assets. All they have to do is pay money for it. Which is funny, because I remember when I played Dark and Darker and saw the Cyclops, I was like, that motherfucker's in Dungeonborne. I've seen that guy.
Is this or Dark and Darker better?
I personally like this more for its arcadey feel, but there are a ton of people out there who like the Dark and Darker better. I don't know if it's a 50-50 split, but people are definitely not on one side or the other. I guess I
Looks
could
like
put
an
this on.
interesting game. Downloading it right now.
Relax.
I mean, that's the good thing. Since it's
Just wanna
free,
take
you know,
some
you can
pictures.
try it. Helko, thanks for subbing. Is that like a real sub? I think that's a
How's
real
the
sub.
PvP feel in this game?
I've only fought one person so far since the game came out, but I fought a lot of people in the playtest and had fun. However, once I get close, I start fucking losing control of
Just
people.
wanna take some
Matthew, thank you
pictures.
so much for the follow. I lose like track of people. Oh, you must have followed on YouTube. That would make sense. Now I'm not confused. But I like getting into a shit ton of fights when I was playing during the playtest. I think I liked Rogue the most because the first time I played Rogue, I ended up killing 3 people. And I'm not even that great when it comes to killing people. So I was like, dude, this class is the shit. If you can lane your petrify, it's almost like super difficult for someone to kill you. However, I tried playing Rogue in like a team atmosphere with like 2 other people in this game. I felt like I was completely useless. Because usually I fight somebody. What the hell was that noise? Usually I fight someone and then petrify them so I can heal and then re-fight. But in a group, if I do that, it doesn't work out too well. They'll just hit me. Like the teammates will just hit me and then I'll die. So I'm not really sure how PvP works in, or how rogues work in a group. I do know they changed rogue. It used to be you could always see a rogue, like they have an outline no matter how far they were, you could see a rogue. But I believe, why the fuck did that hit me? Oh. But now you can only see a rogue once they get like close enough. Dylon, how's it going? One thing I fucking hate is when I'm doing this, I can't, you see how, look at this. I'm holding the back button. How long that takes to back up. That's why when I'm doing shit like this and attacking, I have to like jump backwards. All right, let's see if we can kill this guy. Thank you for the follow there, Matthew.
Been spamming knockoff game.
When it comes to any and every game, knockoff games are all over the place. However, this game's actually good. The other ones that were made, not great. But funny enough, you could say that Dark and Darker is a knockoff itself. Which is funny. Thank you for the follow, Blake. Appreciate it.
Close enough. Welcome back, Mr. Beast.
You see Mr. Beast's friends now on the grooming list up there with the doc himself. I also read some article about how like
Knockoff games is where innovation and improvement happen.
See, the good thing about liking Dungeonborne, oh my god, I'm gonna die. I didn't realize. The good thing about liking Dungeonborne is that will help also push Dark and Darker to get better. Competition is key. Alright. I didn't even realize the dude fucking killed me. But that's also a good thing. Is the fact that they will make each other better. I guess. He teabagging me.
Kill this guy, this opens up.
This motherfucker trying to tell me shit about Dungeonborne. So, hopefully this will make Dark and Darker even better. I know Dark and Darker has like a lot of quality of life things that it needs to fix. Like I do know when you lose your gear in Dark and Darker, it takes too long to like re your gear up. I wish you could just save like a set of gear that you wanted. And you pressed a button and then it just bought it at the cheapest amount. Takes too long to look for shit. I like in this game where it tells you like when you sell something, it tells you what it's selling for. So you don't have to like look shit up or nothing, you just know right away. I like that. I don't need that. I feel like I've grabbed nothing. The one thing I like this game that I dislike is that these like items, like these heirlooms and shit, they're like worth nothing. Like the common ones, like there's no reason to pick the shit up. It's like completely fucking useless. It's just a big waste of space. I got my pants back. Oh yeah, so I read another article that roadblocks, I think they said 113,000 kids got taken advantage of just last year alone in Roblox. And funny enough, that one of the people that they put charges against, his name was also Doc. It was like Doc something, but his first name was also Doc. I was like, that's hilarious. What a coincidence. Oh, who knows? Maybe it was Doc. He went over to Roblox. How's it going, Marcus, by the way? Oh, we still got like 6 fucking minutes. I wonder how playing cryo and going like fire ice staff would go. I feel like that could be cool. I did realize, Lewis, how's it going? I realized that
Bye.
I realized that, oh, here we go. That they made a cooldown for their, is it 13? I was like, I can't remember if it was 13 or 113. So I said go big or go home.
13,000 cases of child
13,000.
exploitation.
Go Roblox. He's crying. How's it going, Matt? Chera? Cheer? Chica! How's it going? We need to get into... Oh, I know what we'll do. We're going to go to the other map. How's it going, Dan? Why am I in East? Am I on Falco? How do I talk in this?
Dark and Darker got a new update.
Yeah. Look at it. Look at the graphics, dude. They went to
Booking
Unreal.
numbers. Just ask Twitch people.
Twitch made that article up. That way they get the eyes off them. Dong Long. I wish it was Long Dong. Hey, Dalka, if you're in charge of this, can you change this shit to the other map? Got a big, good update too. Good Eats, how's it going? If there's one thing also, for the little time that I played Dark and Darker, I like Dark and Darker.
Yo.
Friends. They're all but welcoming. So they got that going for them too. Dalco, thank you for the roses, by the way. I'm a piece of shit. Ah, nice. Sinner's End. Let me get quest. I should probably bring more here. I probably should also get rid of the shit that I have acquired. 6 stamina is actually not bad. I'm just gonna get rid of shit. I'm not even gonna think about it. However, by the time, today is over, I can upgrade some of my heirlooms and actually have shit to get into the harder. We'll keep this. Thank you for the likes. Really appreciate it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Does this stuff stack? That used to not stack. I wonder how long that goes up. Let's go to the Good Eats. Thank you, thank you. I wonder how long that... It's got to be like 1,000 or something. I actually like the fact they did that. Now I don't have to waste like one inventory tab of nothing but items that make... Did I go shield?
This game is tough for noobs.
I feel like if you're comparing Dark and Darker in this game is easier. I feel like Dark and Darker is a fucking difficult for noobs if you're comparing those two. How's it going, by the way, Crimson? It's definitely a game where you got to try out each class and then you'll really know which one you like the most. All right, let me hit. I think I'm going to change to cryo after this. I don't remember like playing a rogue in a team setting. Do you play?
Not bad. How you doing?
You play Dark and Darker? I like to see what side people are on. You a Dark and Darker or are you a Dungeonborne? The fact that Dungeonborne's free though, you can't be free. Too good of a price. Especially when if somebody had to pay to play it, I'd be like, that's a hard commitment and a convince. CNNR, how's it going? But the fact that it's free, that's like the easiest way to convince someone to play the game. I'm gonna go fight this way.
Never tried Dark and Darker and just tried DB for the first time today.
When I first played Dark and Darker, the playtest that came out, I fucking loved Dark and Darker. And then I played Dungeonborne, and I tried to go back and play a game of Dark and Darker, and I was like, I'm not playing this shit. However, like I said, I then played Dungeonborne again, went back and played Dark and Darker. Is not as bad as I mentally tried to make it out to be. However, I am a Dungeonborne fanboy. Born and bred. We'll see what we have to be able to get.
Looking at the classes, I'm torn between Fighter and Death Knight.
From my understanding, I mean, I love Death Knight.
Rogue seems like a good class. Maybe I'll try it.
I feel like Rogue, if you're doing 1v1s, is a lot of fun. In a team-based thing, I don't think it's as good. I haven't played a lot in team for Rogue, but the little I have, I'm like, I don't like it in a team setting. But Death Knight's one of my favorite. I would choose that over a Fighter. Just me personally, I just like Death Knight. From my understanding, Swordmaster is the best class to play. I haven't played it myself, really. So I can't fully commit on that. But from my understanding, they say it's easy. And a rogue for PvE is... Once you start getting your abilities, like the one that makes you go invisible every time you kill someone, PvE is like non-existent. Unless you're fighting like a fucking elite or something. Then you do have to be careful. As you can tell with a rogue, if you just stab something in the back, you stun it. So as long as you can get behind them, you're good to go. Everybody who showed up, thank you, son. I looked over and saw like 5 names flash. Luckily enough for Son, you were the last one. Alright, this will be a true test. If we don't run into any... Oh, there is a circle. Nice. Oh, shit. Alright, I like the fact there's a circle. That means we have to be getting into a fight with somebody. I was like, now that we have like 3 people, we'll start to see how this fighting scenario turns out. I don't want anybody sneaking up on my ass. I can't tell if a druid's broken or if Dalco is just good. I guess I'll know with time. Max, how's it going? Lemmy, how's it going? That dude's gonna fucking hit me. I feel like when I played the playtest, the red axe dudes are the ones to be most afraid about. Because they just like randomly jump far as fuck, and if you're not dodging, they'll kill you. Thank you so much, Matthew, for the share. Truly appreciate it. Tripper, how's it going? My goal in life is just to talk constantly, and then when a fight breaks out, actually pay attention for once. We'll see where that takes me. First, we got to find somebody to kill, which shouldn't be too bad. I do have to remember to block in this game. One of my biggest problems that I had when I was PvPing was not blocking enough. Like, I feel like if you're getting to him, you should probably most likely just walk around blocking, especially with a sword master, considering they can throw a sword at you at any moment. Fast as fuck. It's good to be in a blocking stance. AJ, how's it going? I'm more than ready to get into a fight. I will say, if this was Dark and Darker, I may have already been into a fight by now. But I feel like the people I play with in Dark and Darker know exactly where to go. So they know exactly where to fight people. This map, I don't really know where people spawn. That map that we were playing, I pretty much know every spawn location. Considering when I was playing solos, it's pretty much all I ever played was on that map. Okay, I can hear. And when I played Dark and Darker, I would have everything on mute. And the worst part about that is I can't hear my teammates, so if a fight breaks out, I would have to be vigilant. Here, I can actually hear people when I'm equally muted. I don't know why it's that way on Dark and Darker. It's either I fully mute myself and I can't hear my teammates, or my teammates can hear me fucking yapper and talk non-stop, which is fucking annoying in itself. Trent, how's it going? I'm gonna try to keep doors shut. I'm afraid that some rogue is gonna be pursuing us from behind. But as you can tell, the AI gets super fucking stupid in this game once there's like more than one person. They seem to lock on to somebody and then that's that. Unless it's a boss, maybe a boss would do something. Cripson, thank you so much for the likes. Like a boss, like an elite and stuff, they change. But for the most part, it looks as if AI are just Super stupid. Especially if you can just stun lock the shit out of them. I guess that equally helps. I think my teammate stabbed me. Not nice. Oh, it's the big dude. I'm gonna try to fight this guy. We might have to dodge a little bit. But he's not that hard. That elite up there is not that hard. If you semi know what to do. Let's see if they want to go for it. I'll fucking go in. I don't know why TikTok is always highlighting shit. Alright, here we go. I don't know how many times I'm allowed to hit him before he comes. Okay. No! I think he hit me with that slow. Even though I was in bag. I gotta be careful of hitting him too much. As I say, this dude is a moron. I'll wait until the aggro is not on me. Period? How's it going? Dot? Whatever the hell you want to go by. I want to see... Fucked up. I want to see how hard a boss is. Gabriel, how's it going? That's the true test. Where I feel like you're actually going to have to, like... remember, like, attacks. And not die. Dude has a lot of fucking health though. No! Okay. How's this dude not dead yet? But the dude is pretty effing stupid. That's not what I meant. Take the... God damn it, dude. I gotta remember... No, please don't kill me. I'm stuck. I was like, maybe he can't hit me. Fuck that guy, dude. Riley, how's it going? Dude has a shit ton of health. I thought with the three of us, he would die a lot faster. I think if I gave up, Matt, how's it going? If I gave up healing, I could have saved myself, but I was like, one, I thought he couldn't hit me, and two, I thought someone would have caught the aggro by the time it killed me. Good number. Good thing though is I didn't really have anything, so who gives a shit? Where is my cursor? There we go. For some reason TikTok keeps reminding me of shit that I don't care about. At least now I can do what I do best. Talk and not actually play. So I go through games like every weekend. On Steam, like any new game that's come out in the past week, I go through it to add it to like a wish list or ignore. Like 2 or 3 weeks ago, a game came out called Banana Clicker, where you just click a banana and then maybe you get a skin for it. It's like RNG, and people are just saying that the game itself is a scam. But ever since then, there are thousands of this game that I have to put on the fucking ignore list. Because that game came out. And every time I read it, someone's always complaining that it's a scam. And I'm like, who the fuck is downloading this game? How do they not know by now that this clicker game is a scam shit? Tim, how's it going? User, random numbers, how's it going? Devin, Aries, yo. But I also go through demos. And since Next Fest, there has been it seems a drought when it's come to playing demos. After this week, SpongeBob, how's it going? After this week of looking at demos, there seems to be a couple that are actually worth playing for once. I don't know how this motherfucker keeps getting his shield, but I want to know how this works. Jester, how's it going? I should probably play Druid to figure out, does he have enough stats? Can I look at your stuff? I don't think so. I think it would be growing red if that was the case. Oh, he's got an heirloom. Nice. I should probably put some of mine on. Lane, how's it going? Shaggy, as well. I saw also, Side, how's it going? I saw that the game Concord came out. I was watching people play that shit. It looked fun, but from the looks of it, it seems that the game is dead on arrival. I also don't play games like Overwatch, and people were saying that's what it's like. However, from the little bit I saw, it looked cool. But I think it was probably most people didn't play it because it wasn't like free to play. Like you had to pay. Like you had to pre-order the game in order to play it. That's never a good. That's not a good move. Smoke, eat, and terrorize. What a great name. I'm like, if they were trying to get people to play it and test it out, making them have to do it behind a paywall. Not the best way to go about it. But gamers do like complaining, so maybe it's not as bad as they try to make it out to be. I mean, from what I looked, it didn't look bad, but I also didn't play it, so there's that part of it too. Jake, how's it going? So I live here in Portland, and I think it was like 2 weeks ago. Maybe it was probably a month by now. This game is an exact copy of Dark and Darker, except better graphics, and I like the combat more. But it is definitely, trust me, if you watch this game, it's Dark and Darker. They bought their same assets from the same place Dark and Darker did. He's fucking dead. Oh, he actually got into a fight? This whole time I've been talking, and this motherfucker gets into a fight. I'm hoping the next time I live, like, we just get into a fight right off the bat.
What's the combat like in this game?
I definitely like it. I feel like when I play Dark and Darker, I don't have like a lot of hours in Dark and Darker, but when I play Dark and Darker, I feel like anytime I find somebody, like if I find somebody and they like just decide to run off, I can never catch them. In this game, there's nobody who's
Combat
ever...
is so fun.
There's never been anybody in this game that I got into a fight with, and I was like, well, the motherfucker ran away from me. However, I think the Druid in Panther form could outrun, but it's not like they can go through doors like they can in Dark and Darker. But I feel like everybody, and plus for the most part, I feel like everybody in this game likes fighting each other, which I'm a fan of. All right, let's try not to die to the elite. That elite was brain dead. I feel like this game is like the right amount of hard when you're playing solo. I wish somehow the AI would get smarter when you had more people playing. Josh, how's it going? He's playing against that guy. I mean, yeah, he did kill me, so why am I talking shit? But
is the game like Dark and Darker, like going in dungeons and getting out?
Pretty much. If you think of Dark and Darker, that's Dungeonborne. I think the only difference that Dungeonborne has is they have an heirloom system where you can break shit down and make your own gear. Outside of that, and they have arenas. They have 3v3 arenas, which is the reason why Dark and Darker is also getting getting arenas, because this game has it. So that's fun too. But the best part about the game is it's free. So if you think you might like it, you can try it out.
What's arenas?
Arenas is 3v3s. I can't show you because I'm not in charge of this. Oh, I am. So where is it? Custom game? Is that where you go? Competitive. So you go here. Arenas is basically just team deathmatch, and it's like it's 3v3 mode. You load in. There's free gear. You find out what gear you want. You put it on, and then it's a deathmatch, and it's like best of 15 or something. You can go in solo and it will queue you up with people, or you can actually go in with a team. The choice is yours.
That's cool.
It's a lot of fun. I haven't played it a lot when compared to the actual game itself, but it is good to go in there to see like how you want your character to be, like what stats you want, and how to like fight when you're in groups. But considering I play solo a lot, that really doesn't help me too much. I gotta make shit. I gotta make healing potions. I feel like in Dark and Darker, In this game, you do use like items to make shit a lot. I feel like in Dark and Darker, I mostly just bought stuff. In this game, I actually like craft the shit that I want. I could just put 21, but I'm committed at this point. All right, let's do the hell. I thought that was gonna put it in my actual slot. This, and then we'll put this over here. And then I'll take one of these. And you get like grenades and shit in this game. Well, I guess in Dark and Darker you also get an aid, but I never saw myself using those like flames. Definitely like a deathmatch, yes. And from my understanding, Dark and Darker is going to be getting it. I don't know how soon though. All right. It's hard to have a conversation and pay attention, but I much rather have a conversation than pay attention. I just gotta zone out until people come and then fight. The good thing about playing a lot of Dungeonborne during the playtest is that I also played it when I wasn't streaming. So that's like the time that I learn, and then when I stream, I just fucking AFK. It is definitely cool indeed. I also saw another video of like a cop in the UK who like there's multiple of them, but they had this dude down on the ground and this cop just starts fucking kicking this dude in the head and stomping him like in his face. I was like, damn, NA is not the only place that people do some like fucking rough shit to people. Thank you there, Nam, for the follow. I truly appreciate it. Thank you for the like. Thank you. But I was like, dude, NA is not the only fucked up place for cops that go around beating the shit out of just people who are defenseless. That shit was brutal too. He fucking straight up stomped on his head, and there was like a chick cop there too, and the second he did it, she was like, she's like, my job, you motherfucker. I think that might be the first time I've ever seen like a cop do something and another cop acknowledge that like it was fucked up. Esky, how's it going? We going in? His face looks like he got pounded on. I'm guessing he's finding gear. I don't like the fact that I can't go to different tabs when queued up. I guess it could start like a bunch of problems if that was the case. I did want to play Necromancer though. Not Necro, but Cryo. Go back to that. And by go back to, I mean play it. Alright, now I just gotta remember my moves. I like having these electric thunder bombs. Are cool. When you throw them at people, it not only does a bunch of damage, like a burst damage, but it also slows them down. So it makes it quite difficult for them to run away, which is obviously my favorite. And plus you can turn yourself into like an ice thing where people can't do damage and shit at you, which is also equally cool. But I feel like as a cryo, I can do more in a team base, because usually as a rogue, my mindset is that I stab somebody a bunch of times. If the fight's not going my way, petrify, heal, Steve, how's it going? And then engage back into fighting. However, if I'm a rogue and there's a team fight, Amber, how's it going? I petrify somebody, their teammate can get them out of the petrify. Not only that, but they're there to fuck me up as well. So I'll still take damage. Brandon, how's it going? So I'm like, it doesn't really work out the way I wanted it to. Maybe if I had like more damage. What's good? What's good? Dr. Baby Giraffe. How's it going? I like the name. Are you a Dungeonborne or Dark and Darker
Dark
player?
and Darker better.
All right. Another one in the Dark and Darker gang. What do you want? You dropping me something? I'm a Dungeonborne fanboy. Alright, kill it. Why is there so many Oh, you probably aggroed them, so you hit them together. But like I said, the longer we play, we'll see. We'll see what this game longevity wise.
Dark and Darker feels more official, but Dungeonborne is better.
I definitely like fighting and shit in this one more. I haven't played a lot of like actually being in teams. Like 99% of the time I've played this game as a solo. I feel like it's the perfect amount as a solo. The difficulty on the normal mobs could definitely be harder. But overall, I definitely, as coming from solo, there's someone here. Coming from solo, that'd be funny if I was actually doing that. No, it's a mage. I find this game to be a lot more fun. However, we just started back on playing this game today since its official release. I don't really like changing my staff. I don't like the fact that when you change it, it resets the energy that you have in the staff. It makes me not want to change it unless it's something like really good. I feel like I probably feel like if you're a person who put a lot of hours into Dark and Darker, this game might not be actually that fun. I could see that. But somebody who just wants to play for an hour or two and is a casual player, I think Dungeonborne's where it's at. 32, how's it going? This map is better because we can actually find rarer gear. The goal is to get that gear tool. I can start making... I need to get it until... That's his fault. Until we can get to...
Huge people here, though.
Fuck. No, I pressed the wrong fucking button, dude. Did I kill somebody? Alright, I forgot what button did what. I was not supposed to shield myself first. I was supposed to put the freeze thing down first. It actually didn't go too bad for having that fuck up. I mean, Daco, you would have thought he was the person who put the more hours into this game than me. This motherfucker just started playing. Also, so my goal was to put down the slow thing and then start fighting. But I equally forgot to put down electricity as well. I think once I started freaking out, I have a problem that once I forget to do one thing, my mind just races and then it's pretty much G. I also definitely didn't hit that dude like twice. I felt like if I hit that dude just one of those other times, I would have at least killed that one. All right, let's get health. Boom, 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 boom. It'll be really fun once I start figuring out where people spawn and then just rush to that shit. I guess I should make... I'm already needing to make more. Maybe 21's not enough. How does it think I only need 3? I guess we'll make 21 again. The good thing is it's easy to get heals. And Dark and Darker, compared to this game. I feel like in this game you get hit for a lot more, but you also heal for a lot more. I definitely could have played that better, but one could say that if I remembered what button to press, that would have went a hell of a lot better. All right, now we remember. Because my abilities used to be on my keyboard, and then I changed it to my mouse. Like, for just this time around. So we gotta remember that shit. I do remember. All it takes is one wrong move, and then I shall remember in the future that I fucked up, and that we can do better. I'm assuming that Dalco is making heirlooms at this moment. I think I only need to make one more. However, since I'm playing with them, they don't have the heirlooms to get in. Tomorrow, we can officially go to high rollers. In this game, you don't pay to go into high rollers. You pay in a different form or fashion. You have to have a certain gear score, which you can make through heirlooms. However, when you go to high roller, you're going to fight people and you're going to die, which is fun. So tomorrow, I might have to stay rogue. I think, because I didn't really feel like I learned much today when I was playing a rogue. My goal was to play something different every day, but I didn't really learn too much today. Maybe we should keep playing as rogue until I'm like, okay, I think we got it. I really just want to find the person that I'm good at, you know? Or not good at, but I like the most. And since during the playtest, I knew I liked rogue more. However, I do want to try Death Knight. Courtland, how's it going? I do want to give my hand at playing. I always say Death Knight. It is Death Knight. I used to call it something else, and that's the reason why. I always feel like I'm not saying the right thing. All right, we gotta remember. Blow. Okay, we got this. Oh, okay. We fucked up on the last one so that we could actually get ahead on this one. A rogue, you have to hit shit twice in order to open it. So opening these, Connor, how's it going? Opening these barrels is way more efficient of getting money than grabbing anything that is common, loot-wise. Like heirloom, like I don't know, valuables, like common valuables. The shit is worth nothing. Like that change is like 20. I think 20 coins. A fucking valuable that's common is worth 10. It takes up at least 2 spots. I probably need to rework that somehow. The only bad news is I don't get the double back attack. For the rogue. It means I can't stun the person. However, I feel like in a team fight, I'll really pop off. Especially if I can get the thing that gives my teammates shields. Harper, how's it going? To give my teammates shields when they're in my circle. I think that would be pretty dope. And helping with team fighting and everything. I want to try cleric too. Like a priest. I don't really know what they call it in this game. In Dark and Darker, I believe it's cleric. There's a good chance in this game it's called priest. I wonder if that tree can hurt me. I'm gonna assume not, because it killed that one bug that was on top of me. The bug hurt me for sure. Tree, not so much. Not really sure how that hit me, considering I was standing in the back of it. Okay, this next fight, I will be prepared. I also gotta remember to. Hey, they do read aggro. I'm a liar. Alright, so they are smarter than I gave them credit for. The bad part is when you're in an animation, I can't, like, try to run backwards, but I can't do it. That's like the one problem with a rogue is that when you click a lot, you like have a 3-prong attack and you can't dodge, you can't block while doing that. So sometimes I'm in a fight and I just keep hitting. Like tapping attack, and then when they go to attack me, I can't block because I'm still stuck in that animation. Ooh, we fighting. If we're fighting that guy, he's really not. He doesn't really care too much about us. He's just like walking. Can't tell if that's someone's near us. I want to like get through. There we go. It's like, but I'm in like trapped. Oh, push through that little zone. They're new to the old dark and darker genre. I know that you call like a Vampire Survivors a Survivors like. The hell do you call like a dark and darker clone? Dark and darker clone? Dark and darker like? Dungeon crawler like? Every time I crouch, dude. Not good. How do we get trapped here? I think I followed the wrong person. See if I can use my ability. Nice.
I fell. I can't get back to you.
Just stab him in the fucking back, dude. Go ahead and stab this guy. I need to figure out what I can get away with. Oh. I meant to block. We're panic hitting buttons at this point. The good thing is that I heal when I do this, so I might as well just let that go through. Give it a stab. I also don't want to get too close in. So that I don't get attacked by my own team. Our goal is to equally not die like we did last time. What the fuck was that? We got a problem. There's no way this guy has a lot of health left. I don't really know all of the attacking animations. If you block, look at that, he won't hit you. Nice. Hey, we survived this time. I didn't get fucked up. I didn't drink. If he runs I feel like if you block, he really doesn't do anything. Now it's just time to get out of here. We call that mission successful. I didn't let it kill me this time. I think only one person can leave from that door. Not for sure what I saw out there. Gotta wait for this fuck. I'm leaving through that door. Bad part is I don't know when it's gonna open. I would assume when the next one goes.
I had Reese Stone but NBD.
You have a red. Hang on. On you? I'll be back. Where am I at? I don't know what this is gonna do. Wait, this is me. He may have took it. I don't see it. If he did take it, he needs to come to your body to get it to work. However, if you do come back to life, you might not have any health and die. I'm not for sure how that plays out.
All good.
Yeah, but with the stone, in Dark and Darker, you have to go to a place to get someone back to life. In this game, you just gotta put the stone over their body. Sussy, how's it going? You just put it over their body and then it'll bring them back to life. Definitely going through this door. I'll come back when the zone's about to die off. I assume that we're actually following somebody. I guess he could have opened it. No wonder I'm not good at FPS. I was afraid that I was going to get trapped in the door. Thought the piece of shit was going to attack by the time I got to the side. Not the case. Nice. Good luck, Dixon Butt. You shall not pass. GG. My ping does seem to be a little crazy, however, unfortunately. Mary Stoppins, how's it going? Hopefully having a great day. Alright. However, I do have to call it after this one. I did have my week of being gone. I really needed to stream today. But I have a little things work related that I have to do. Tomorrow, though, we're back on schedule. Where I hope to be streaming. So I started streaming 2 hours ago. And then lasted, oh shit, another hour. He's dead. wonder what he got. 8, not enough. But try to stream 3 hours tomorrow. I can be back on it. However, at the moment I must go. I need to figure out when I'm playing the demos though. Considering there's some I actually want to play. Considering Saturday is usually the day I can't get on, we could always make it Saturday. That way it forces me to try to my best to get on a Saturday. However, like I said, I am out of here, unfortunately. Chatters, lurkers, anyone and everyone in between, I truly appreciate it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. For coming by, stopping by, all that, all the likes and the love. Thank you there, Adalco Track, Caitlin, Ricky, Sally, Brandon, Anakin, Smoke Eats. I don't even know what I'll just call you A&M. Matthew, Crimson, Dalco again, user random numbers, Marcus, Blake, Matthew, Timmy, Zero. I don't think I noticed you when you were here. Unfortunate for me. Brandon,
Night.
Davey, Avi, Alan, Luke, Goblin, and Heiko. I think that's all I can see. Jake, Andrew, I can see. Scoob, thank you as well. That's as far as it goes up. One day I will implement something that puts people's names on a list, so I don't have to scroll up to find people. Considering it only goes so far before I can't see people's names no more. Whenever that day comes, I do not know. However, I'll be back tomorrow. We'll be back on same time, 2 hours previous to now. We'll be playing Dungeonborne still. Most
Good
likely
night.
Rogue. Good night indeed, Dalco. But as always, peace out. I'm out.